we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. On the ground, it's Daniels. Picks up a useful 5-yard. Got to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's Flagway. Hauls it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3-and-out. They won't do that here. They might go 4-and-out, but they'll try to convert here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, first down and more. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Gators have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Going up top again. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Dropping back, it's Flagway. Touchdown, Gators! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse.
Oh, out of space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Oh, he makes the catch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll move the tight end. Looks as if he's going to run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to punch it in. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got a little space.
Returner brings it out to the 32. And your Texas A&M Aggies will take over 1st and 10.
He might want another play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I give credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The Aggies pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bussey.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air, it's Reed. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. He He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the RPO, complete. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
After getting knocked down in the backfield on the last 2 runs, you got to think they're going to try to throw it on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long.
Holds it in the first down and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab, it's Daniels. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Quickly to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Quickly complete. There he goes. Turning it on. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Takes the handoff, it's Moss. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. A run for the quarterback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Good right down the boulevard. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. He's in open space downfield. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot. You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to throw, it's Flagway. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gators are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Rushes on him. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Better find the earplug. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
How about the job by this field goal blocking? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggie.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Quickly complete. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Finds his big tight end. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down.
Interesting decision here for the head coach. Do you just kick the field goal and guarantee yourself the lead, or do you go for the touchdown and try to create a little bit of separation between yourself and your opponent here in the 4th quarter?
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now they regain the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. Runs through the tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd down, going up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play app. Gonna take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Reed. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And the Aggies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it! Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team